tēnā, taki noho. Tōkuna te rangi e tūnei whakatika te tuara anui o paia. Kurua tipua, kurua tahito. Ka tokona e tāne ko toko maunga, rangi hikitia, rangi hapaenga, e tū ko te rangi e tūnei me te papa e takoto nei. Tū mau mai te rā e tūnei i atama i waho i atama o kotahi, i te putanga atama i te rangi tā more nui, i te putanga atama i te rangi tū hā, heke i hui a rangi nui e tūnei. Whiti nuku, whiti rangi, whiti papa, whiti tāu, tū te māhora nui, tū te māhora roa, tū te māhora nui a te e tūnei, tāwhia kia rewa, kia tama i waho, haumi e, hui e, tai i e. A ka mihi ka tika, kia rangi nui e tū i honei, kia papatu ānuku e takoto ake nei. Nā tā rawa noho tahitanga, ka puta mai ai ko te whai ao, ko te ao mara. Ha ka tahuri atu rao ku whakaaro kia rātou mai ngā tini aitua o te wā. Koutou kua karangahia e tahu kūmea, e tahu whakairo, haere, whakangaro atu rā. Tērā te maraikura i hinga atu i te timatanga o tēnei o ngā wiki. Nā reira, e te maraikura o Ngāti Kahununu, o Ngāti Ruapani, o Ngai Tūhoi, tākuta Rose Pere, haere, e au te moe. Hoki ora mai rā kia tātou te aitanga tiki, tātou kua rauika mai nei i raru i te tuanui o tō tātou nei whare, a tēnei rā te reo o te haukainga o ngai tua huriri, o ngai tapu whānui, e mihi kaua tunei kia koutou. E mihi kaua tunei kia koutou, ngā whānau, ngā hoa, ngā pautoko manawa me ki, koutou kua hara mai tawhiti, koutou kua hara mai tata, ki te whakanui, ki te whakatairanga, i ngā mahi kua oti nei, i ngā tauira nei. Waihoki e mihi kaua nei kia koutou, kua kuhu mai te whare nei, hei tauira no te whare wānanga o Waitaha, hei te mutunga o tēnei o ngā rangi, ka puta atu hei tāura no te whare wānanga o Waitaha. Nō reira, e mihi kaua nei kia koutou, hioi anō, tēnei rā ngā mihi o te whare wānanga o Waitaha, ka tahi ka rua o te haukainga o Ngai Tuahuriri e mihi kaua nei kia koutou katoa. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of Ngai Tuahuriri and Ngai Tahu Whānui, we'd like to extend our welcome to each and every one of you that have come along to attend this graduation ceremony of Te Whare Wānanga o Waitaha, the University of Canterbury. In particular, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the whānau, family, friends, partners and other significant others that have come along to support the successes and acknowledge the successes of our tauira. Mei kore ake koutou, e kore rawa ngā tauira e panuku e tangaroa. If it wasn't for you, our students would not be able to achieve the successes that they are being acknowledged for today. Also want to take a moment to acknowledge the tauira. Kua kuhu mai hei tauira, ka puta atu hei tāura. You've come into this building today as graduates of the University of Canterbury, Te Whare Wānanga o Waitaha, and today you will exit as graduates of Te Whare Wānanga o Waitaha, the University of Canterbury. Ka poto noi ho te kakau o taku paipai te rangi nei, hioi e tika ana kia tuake tēnei hei māngai, o māua, hei māngai mo te haukainga nei, ki te tuku I te reo rāhiri kia koutou katoa. Kāmutu, on behalf of Ngai Tuahuriri, Ngai Tahu Whānui and the wider institution Te Whare Wānanga o Waitaha, the University of Canterbury, welcome to this graduation ceremony. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, huri tai a whio I tō tātou nei whare, a tēnā koutou katoa. Manu tiri a manu, e rahia ki te poho, te raka katou, re katou mai te ruri, e tau e koia. Koia kota, rarariki ki mai, mauri e hara. āpiti hono tātai hono rātou te hunga wairua ki a rātou, āpiti hono tātai hono tātou e noho nei te mata o te whenua, a tēnā koutou, kia ora mai rā tātou katoa. Ka ora.
Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te kaka, ka tangi hoki ahau. Tihei mori ora. Ro rangatira mai, no mai, piki mai, hari mai. Ki te whare wananga o Waitaha. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, ki ora tātou katoa. I welcome you to the University of Canterbury graduation and invite all present to stand, remove trenches, and join in the singing the Maori and English versions of the first verse of the National Anthem as in your program and displayed on the screens behind me. Please be seated. Tēnā koutou, kua hui mai e te rānei, e te mana whenua, ngā tuahuriri kei Timahi. Ki ora and welcome to this University of Canterbury graduation ceremony. Ko Sima Komakaho, the Chancellor of the University of Canterbury. I am very pleased to be welcoming you all here with us today at the close of this extraordinary year. I would like to start by thanking and acknowledging our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Cheryl Dellaray, who has led us through the COVID-19 pandemic with foresight and empathy. The Council acknowledged the way management and staff responded to the COVID-19 pandemic, who have made personal sacrifices and quickly adopted to new ways of working. We thank you all for your adaptability, perseverance and commitment to our students' learning as you balanced your own research and personal commitments. This year, our partnership with Ngāi Tuhuriri has continued to grow. We are working together to ensure that the University's commitment to and relationship with the Runanga is included in all aspects of university life, and to provide strengthened educational opportunities for our Māori students. We acknowledge and thank the Runanga for their work in ensuring that this partnership is meeting those needs and building new opportunities for our students. Today is graduation day, which marks the end of your current study at the University of Canterbury. The reason we are all here is to celebrate your achievements and your hard work, to pay thanks to your lecturers who have taught and guided you and who have supported you in a difficult year to assist your learning off campus and online. It is also a time to thank your family, whānau and friends who have supported you, encouraged you and picked you up when you have needed it the most. We all celebrate your success with you. You are now embarking upon a new journey at work and future study, or maybe taking some time out to relax. You may have goals or have made plans for yourselves, many of which with COVID-19 may now be up in the air. But you will be just fine. As modern graduates, you are likely to have more than one job or career in your lifetime. Take the time to reflect and to figure out what your next steps might be. Goals and plans will shift and change, and your destination may not be the first port of call that you always imagined, and that is okay. With that in mind, my challenge to you all is to show the world how your University of Canterbury education and experience has enabled you to develop the skills and the character to make meaningful contributions to your whānau, friends, workplaces and communities. Our individual success is only achieved and measured through our collective success. Speak up, have a voice, be honest and open, and do not be afraid. There is a lot to be done in this world. Go out and do it. No matter the scale, your kindness, your courage, your academic rigour, your leadership and your passion can be harnessed to make a difference in the world. You have the knowledge and the education to translate your skills into action. Most importantly, I wish you all fun-filled, wonderful and happy lives. We know how hard you have worked, how committed and dedicated you have been to get to this very special moment. And as graduates, you will now become University of Canterbury alumni. Hei mihi nui, kia koutou katoa. Congratulations to you all. I now convene a ceremony of the University of Canterbury for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. In the name of the University of Canterbury, I, Susan Mary Anna McCormick, Chancellor, now confer degrees in the University upon those about to be present. I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Professor Catherine Moran, to introduce those who will present the graduands. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
I will call upon the Associate Dean of Postgraduate Research, Professor Ekant Veer, to present the doctoral graduands.
Kia ora koutou. Doctoral degrees are the highest academic qualification awarded by the University of Canterbury. They're a mark of intellectual ability, critical thinking, and independence. In your graduation program, there is a short description of the research conducted by each of the doctoral graduates. As each walks across the stage, the title of their doctoral thesis will appear on the screen, and members of their supervisory team here on stage will stand to acknowledge the student's achievement. Chancellor, I have the honour to present these graduands for conferment of degrees. Doctor of Philosophy, Abayomi Kazim Akinboye in Management. Anne Marie Brown in Management. Rabia Ijaz in Management. Koswata Lianage Udeshani Padevmali Pereira in finance. Kochapon Pontaloon in management. And Ksenia Zagre in marketing.
I will call upon the Dean of Business, Dr. Russell Wordsworth, to present the graduands in his college.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present these graduates for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas and certificates. Master of Commerce with distinction, Fraser John Harrison Beckwith. Amy Louise McMaster. Sophia Mary Shammy. Master of Commerce with First Class Honours, Lydia May Dudson. Tyler Elton Smith. Master of Commerce with Merit, Sydney Arthur Allen Anderson. Master of Commerce, Amina Hassar. Master of Business Administration with distinction, Irena Alaidas de Roy. Sheena Ann Divany. Matthew Craig Peterson. Scott Hayden Whitfield. Master of Business Administration with Merit, Desiree Christine Miller. Master of Business Administration, Iliafi Tofinu Tusa. Master of Business Management with distinction, Claire Louise Burgess. Kyung Hee Young. Xiao Meng. Master of Business Management with Merit, Yurong Chang. Shi Yu Dai. Yifang Ding. Yang Duan. Li Kai He. Chun He. Ashwin Ramesh Joshi. Se Chi Li. Aishwarya Mahesh. Jay Hemantakamar Mehta. Rohit Sherian Mulamanul. Anup Kumar Singh. Sheru Shwin. Apologies. Master of Business Management, Rui Che Chun. Roshan Ronald D'Souza. Wan Ting Feng. Ya Nang Fu. Jayeshri Hasakota Yangapa. Hui Chin Ji. Liu Ling Hong Li. Xiao Xuan Li. Shruti Logan Nathan. Apurva Suresh Mani. Rahul Singh. Shin Hee Song. Sachi Nilesh Vora. Yun Shi Yang. Mei Zhang. Master of Business Information Systems with distinction, Disha Nadal. Master of Business Information Systems with merit, Nishank Ramesh. Matthew James Gould. Richa Gupta. Kusuma Sunda Hanumatapa Rangaswamy. Yingpin Lan. Raghav Nakpal. Satish Madhav Prabhu. Tushar Ashok Sigatia. Sharitha Sinanaika Lianagay. Se Jia Song. Hun Chi Tai. Jia Wang. Master of Business Information Systems, Yun Ru Chen. Zhe Gang Gung. Purva Jagdushpuri Goswami. Wen Chiang Jiang. Ying Lu. Minal Sudhir Misal. Ning Mu. Jing Pang. Balaji Srinivasan. Kiran Subramanya. Lan Xin Yu. Master of Professional Accounting with distinction, G. E. Park. Maxwell Julian Westrop. Master of Professional Accounting with merit, Olivia Lauren Marshall. Ayaka Sugiyama. Yang Zhang. Master of Professional Accounting, Kavya Subramaniam. Master of Financial Management with distinction, Alicia Elizabeth Clark. Master of Financial Management with merit, Amir Ashraf Al-Hakim Sami Hakim. Juza Feroz Limdiwala. Niritha Shankar. Master of Financial Management, Sharon Ayomidi Anwo. Rogerio de Grasa Martins Fernandez. Junlin Ho. Yi Liu. Meet Anant Maheshwari. Ayushri Paritosh Manishi. Smit Sanul Sawant. Itai Spawn. Master of Applied Finance and Economics with distinction, Sarah Victoria Unwin. Master of Applied Finance and Economics, Jason Patrick Brown. Postgraduate Diploma in Business, Suswata Basu. Sunil Kumar Ganachi. Eugenio Widotti. Deblina Gupta. Kaoru Shomizu. Ranjit Singh. Nisal Danuka Dharmasa Waga Arachi. Chi Ming Yu. Postgraduate Diploma in Business Administration with distinction, Matthew Greg Cowan. Postgraduate Diploma in Business Information Systems, Siddharth Anant. Apurva. Subhasinga Arachalagay Sandramini Vishwamali Bandara. Mohan Ram Bhagavathi. Lai Chen. Tridawan Chaudhry. Royden Dominic Correa. Nandhini Dilibasha. Dinsho George. Jilly Mole George. Alicia Gilbert. Priyanka Jagri. Anjali Krishnan. Abhishek Kumar. Joe Mani Katikat. Rion Jovial Luis. Ishara Kalpani Pereira Madic. Ahmed Sadiq Mohammed Niyas. Anita Paul Garish. Jacob George Pathikaral. Gautam Putakari Rajendra Babu. Ishani Rai. Shamir Thotoli. Mustafa Turab Unwala. Rufus Varghese. Shruti Vijayan. Seben Vincent. Vinal Wilson. Postgraduate Diploma in Information Systems and Technology, Alex Manicum. Dania Padruthi Francis. Merwin Palouse. Chan Nain Ta. Ananya Thomas. Postgraduate Certificate in Strategic Leadership, Peter Jason Griffiths. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts, Do Liang. Hannah Rose Watt. Bachelor of Commerce and Graduate Diploma in Teaching and Learning, Simone Margaret Bruce. Bachelor of Commerce, Hariz Akil bin Abdullah Ghani. Fatin Farhana Ahmed Fikri. Nicholas Charles Allen. Omar Abad Al-Mut'iri. Sarah Alwyn. Jack William Andrew. Cameron James Ashworth. Amir Hamza bin Azar. Lukman Nilakim bin Badrul Hisham. Vian Basharati. Kaja Tasman Bishop. Luke Robert Bloomfield. Alexander John Boyle. Timothy Edward Bragg. Ishan Alexander Gadeka Brailsford. Robert John Breet. Oliver Warren James Broughton. Regan Burnett. James Darren Caldwell. Jessica Margaret Cameron. Jessica Ann Jane Campion. Sean William Carston. George Alexander James Carter. George Andrew Chambers. Rie Chen. Jingying Chiang. Joanna Fong Ing Chuang. Caleb Scott Christie Glare. Alexander Jonathan Coachman. Emma K. Helen Collins. Alice Averill Commons. Sean Stephen Cottercox. Samantha Annalise Curtis. Laura Mary Dalgetty. William Andrew Datlin. Dakota Irene Terina Davidson August. Kia ora. Grace Ann Davies. Emily Fleur de Roy. Lester Legaspi Delicio. Patrick Christian Paez de los Santos. Georgina Rose Dibble. Kyra Nadine Ledesma Dominguez. Georgia Olivia Ducey. Chanel Grace Douglas. Joseph Hugo Doyle. Kayla Valerie Drummy. Sarah Louise Duncan. Michael Thomas Edwards. Nalani Dakshi Ekanaya Aka. Shinru Fan.
the music interlude. It is my pleasure to introduce performer-composer Rakutu Kurano. Rakuto is a completing Bachelor of Music student who has majored in both performance and new music at UC's Tukura Pu'uru School of Music this year. Here is what Rakutu has said about his recently released single, Fantail in Tokyo. A fantail wanders into the city of Tokyo, a busy city that never goes to sleep. Flying between the high-rise buildings, the fantail explores the city. Will it call Tokyo its new home? Please welcome onto the stage Rakutu Kurano, joined by Thomas Hernick and Jonathan Tanner from the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra to perform Fantail in Tokyo.
Continuing with the Bachelor of Commerce, Christian Fisher. Jonathan Ambrose Rush Fitzgerald. Jeremy George Flett. Katrina Fonotti. John Pierre Forbes. Charles Vincent Mallet Francia. Hao Fu. Laura Margaret Shine Glenn. Andres Esteban Gonzalez Batista. Annalise Rose Graham. Mingxiang Guo. Toya Virginia Hageman. Amy Lee Hamilton. Michaela Jean Hamilton. Zishuai Hang. Zhihui Hang. Gabriel Francis Harris. Erin Ann Harrison. Michaela Hazel Haycock. Yuhan He. Emma Claire Halliwell. Gabrielle Rosalie Hinman. Meg Amelia Hokard. Ju Huang. Luqun Huang. Rui Huang. Yu Huang. Michael Grant Hughes. Kate Mariah Humphreys. Benjamin Craig Hussey. Isaac Huang. Eliezer Jonas Ararakap Inkapas. Hayley Marie Inwood. Hayden Dennis Jack. Harry Lachlan Jameson. Shui Yao Jia. Yi Nong Jiang. Jaram Chin Sun Jim. Relitza Jocelina. Brockton Oliver Johnson. Courtney Angela Jones. Edwin Andrew Hodgins Jones. Chelsea Lee Jones. Michael Scott Hubert. Kartik Chella Pandian. Miran Shrimal Kabulawage Donagurserek Sekera. Sonia Katarina Amelia Kartipa. Charlie Tom Kavanagh. Gabriella Illumine Kennedy. Yong Soo Kim. Prishka Wanjiku Kingara. Laura Elizabeth Knott. Jeremy Ka Hao Ko. Ethan K. Laby. Monique Elizabeth Lambert. Sophia Mary Louise Robertson Lane. Samuel Leslie Lang. Benjamin John T. Lapsley. Nathan Jared Lee. Sue Shun Lee. Hang Lee. William Yu Rue Lee. Yichun Lee. Isabella Kate Lieseman. Chongfei Liu. Dong R. Liu. Yongsheng Liu. Catherine Amy Lobb. Jewel May Villegas Lopez. Thomas George Ludeman. Yue Heng Liu. Adam James Lyons. Connor Andrew MacDonald. Katie Ella Macken. Jeffrina Leituaso Mafoa. Thomas George Malcolm. Megan Kayla Bonifacio Malari. Lindsay Lee Malone. Laura Marks. Valentina Antonia Marquez Diaz. Timothy Stephen Marshall. Ina Colleen Tamzi Martinez. Angelica Faith Massner. Mohammed Firdaus bin Mat Shairi. Caleb Jacob John McDougall Barr. Narissa Lee Waiora McDowell. Nandi Grace McIntyre. Sheridan Ann Michelle Smith. Rie Min. Soniato Tapafua Moyavo. Mohammed Dahi Mohammed. Nurul Ashikin Mohammed Arif. Nabila Khuda binti Mohammed Hairudin. Fatia Raihana binti Mohammed Nasser. Nur Ayuntul Shanina binti Mohammed Shahid. Aida Hanani binti Mohammed Tujadin. Shasha Amira binti Mohammed Zaki. Mackenzie Elizabeth Morissette. Keely Ann Morton. Sharon Barbara Morton. Nur Alya Nadira binti Mohammed Hadze. Cody Mario Jerry Nabin. Shweta Samantha Nand. Molly Jane Nash. Cullen Pierre Neem. Dionjali Nell. Ashley Ann Newman. Madison Grace Nolan. Josephine Kaiko Esturco Nunes. Srinyan Ni. Josephine Rebecca Jane O'Connell. James Fergus O'Connor. Silan Palibat. Grace Pung. Danica Lopez Pantoja. Libby Nicole Parks. Max Paul Pascoe. Hilka Pauly. Lahari Pedicetti. Anna Louise Price. Sasha Rose Pugh. Suning Chi. Karan Rajpara. Adarsh Yankat Raju. Megan Christina Jane Ralston. Muhammad Arfa Adli bin Ramlan. Andrew Daniel Rankin. John Evan Ryan. Joshua Daniel Reed. Drew Sebastian Rees. Aizat Mohammed bin Reza. Connor Paul Rogers. Eilish Rose Rowland. Theo Daniel Russell. Henry McGregor Saker. Emma Jane Satherley. Tyler Jane Saunders. Alexander Matthew Searle. Callum Reese Sellers. Jasmine Singh. Xu Dongshi. Lara Antonia Smith. Ryan Mitchell Smith. Tyler Ross Stanley. Cooper Stewart. Fern Rosemary Joy Stewart. Nur Akila Binti Sawadi. Amira Shakira Binti Sukarno. Timothy John Edward Simon. Desirel Madarang Tagra. Murali Taylor. Amelia Rose Thomas. Lillian Esther Thompson. Jessica Benton Thompson. Caitlin Grace Thompson. Mitchell Stephen Tare. Nur Shukriya Binti Tumin. Sophie Rose Tyrell. Christine Alexandra Van Til. Quinn Ariane Maria van Viersen. Shriram Varulka. Alvaro Nicolas Villalobos Saavedra. Wan Najwa Hanan binti Wan Mohammed Fakhruddin. Fen Wang. Bradley Shen Ren Wong. Pai Wong. Yan Wong. Blythe Bridget Ward. Robert Barry Watts. Xin Yi Wei. Charlotte Marie Weston. Olivia Grace Willems. Kate Elizabeth Williams. Elise Grace Audrey Wilson. Emily Kwok Shiwong Wu. Shui Ming Wu. James Edwin Ross Wild. Rhiannon Lee Wiley. Shazwani Aida binti Yaqub. Hannah Mei Ling Yao. Liam Stanley Young. Amelia Jane Francis Young. Chiao Miao Yu. Annalise Chloe Young. Mei Yi Jiang. Jiang Chu. Wan Mohammed Hazik Hafiz bin Zulkifli. Mohammed Shahir bin Zulkarnain. Nardiana Batrisha binti Zulkifli. Raja Ahmed Mais Raja Azman.
Executive Director for Tokana Taraki, Māori Futures Collective, a Ngāi Tahu-led centre for social innovation based here in Ōtautahi. His organisation is part think tank, part do tank, where his work spans insights, innovation and impact, focused on achieving equity for all Māori in the Ngāi Tahu Takiwā by 2040. He is of Ngāi Tahu and Ngāi Tuā Huriri descent, from the Solomon and Sterling whānau. He was educated at Aranui High School before completing his Bachelor of Arts, honours degree, master's degree, and finally his doctorate at the University of Canterbury. At UC, he was the first recipient of the Ngāi Tahu Research Centre Doctoral Scholarship, a ngā pai o te Mauramatanga Fulbright Scholar, and is currently a fellow with the Next Foundation, looking at Indigenous approaches to social innovation and systems change. His work spans a mixture of cultural, commercial, management, and governance settings. He is a ministerial appointment for Te Taumata Aranui, and also chair of the Māori Broadcasting Funding Agency, Te Mangai Pāho. This mahi is driven by his belief that the future is something that we can create, and that Te Tiriti partnership is our collective superpower that can put Aotearoa on the global map. Assembled guests, please join me in welcoming Dr. Eruera Prendergast Tarena to the lectern.
Mānawa mai ai te putanga ariki, mānawa mai ai te putanga tawira, mānawa mai ai ke puta ki te whai ao, mānawa mai ai ke puta ki te ao mārama. Te urunga tapu a te Māori o nuku, te urunga tapu a te Māori o rangi. Te urunga tapu kia tū te whiwhia nuku, te urunga tapu kia tū te whiwhia rangi. Puritia tāwhia. Herea ki te pūtake o ēnei tauira, herea ki te pūtake o ēnei pia, herea ki te pūtake o ēnei taura. Tēnei te Māori tūhoro mata, herea ki ruka, herea i raro. Uhi, wero, tau mai te Māori kia tū, tau mai te Māori kia hiwa, ti hei Māori ora. Kia ora. Tēnā koutou e te whare, te reo tuatahi, te mihi tuatahi, kia koutou ngā pī ka tahi anō ka rere, ngā huruhuru manu i tai ai e tēnei manu te rere, ngā whānau, tēnā koutou, huritai āwhio ki te kōhanga, te āhuru mōwai, i kaha manaaki a koutou katoa, tēnā koutou, kia ora koutou katoa. What do you want to be when you grow up? Such an odd question when you think about it, but one we are constantly asking young people as though they should know somehow, should somehow be able to gaze into the future and know this before they have even left school or begun their career journey. When I was a student at Aranui High School, I fell victim to this trap when whānau, friends and teachers would ask me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I hated it as I always felt inadequate when I didn't have a response. Outside of school, a guy in my kapahaka went to UC and he was pretty cool, so I thought that was literally all it took for me to choose a profession. Unfortunately, it was a complete disaster and I failed miserably. My first mistake was picking a profession because it sounded legitimate rather than having any real connection to who I was. Let's say it wasn't a roaring success. However, upon reflection, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me, as it was through failing that I discovered my passion and my purpose, my why. I studied things that had no clear path to a profession, but I fell in love with learning and went from failing to achieving. I worked hard to graduate on time, and I swore I would never return to university. It was not that it wasn't something I enjoyed, but back then I thought study was something you went through before the real world, and having conquered university, I was ready for what lay beyond. About 5 years after graduating with my BA, a former lecturer stood up in a big hui at a marae and told me off in a characteristically Māori way, saying I still had plenty to learn and that I needed to go back to study postgrad, which I did. After achieving an honours degree, I was somehow persuaded into continuing on to do my master's, and after graduating for a third time, I swore I would never return to university. It was about 5 years after that I had the opportunity to be part of the First Nation Futures program at Stanford University, and came home with a splinter in my brain that would just not go away. I remember sitting down telling my wife and 4 tamariki that I wanted to do a PhD to help find answers to the questions I had. My wife burst into tears, and not tears of happiness, in case you were wondering. I did it anyway, and graduated for the 4th and final time with a doctorate in management focused on Indigenous organisation design. And looking back on my journey over the past 20 years, most would say it makes no sense. If you focused on discipline, I've studied te reo, comparative mythology, the politics of hip-hop, American race relations, management, and organisation change. If you focused on profession, I've worked across commercial and cultural spheres, education to economics, insights and innovation, and none of it has followed a clear, linear, or logical path. My drive has been purpose over profession, and looking back, I believed it has worked out pretty well. And most importantly, it has been a hugely rewarding learning experience. Across everything I have done, the one constant has been a desire to understand and utilize the forces of change and innovation for tackling bad and making good. The possibility of redesigning the future is my why, and has been the core thread that I have woven throughout my studies, my career, my being. As a 42-year-old Māori man, I can honestly say I have absolutely no idea what I want to be when I grow up, and I am totally cool with that. I can also say that in a world of ever-increasing complexity and change, I know my purpose, and that's what helps me navigate the growing uncertainty of our world so that I always know where I am and where I am going. Today, you stand on the cusp of a new horizon. Many of you graduating today will move into jobs that haven't been invented yet, and some of you may even be the ones to invent them. The age where you have to pick one thing to be good at your entire life is no longer, and a new age is emerging where you can choose many paths across a lifelong learning journey. The stories we tell our young people make it sound like learning is a linear process of school, study, work, retire, and die shortly afterwards. My story shows learning can also be cyclical and reoccurring phases that help you ride waves of change rather than be buried by them. The pace of change is only getting faster. The greatest challenges facing our whānau, our communities, and our planet are becoming more and more urgent and complex. In a world of ever-increasing change, the one sure strategy for survival is learning. Failure to learn guarantees we will be the victim of change as we are overtaken by disruptive forces. Through learning, we can grow, adjust, and adapt to change, and ultimately shape a better future. If there is one piece of advice I could offer, it is this: find your passion and your purpose early, and always do what makes you happy. Never trade this off for the promise and surety of a profession. Your future will be one where you will work across many jobs and multiple careers. Rather than defining your identity by a job and what you do, be clear about your why and what inspires and drives you. In an ever-changing world, your what will likely change often, but your why is what can help you navigate new and uncharted seas. It may not always be obvious, but I implore you to take the time to figure out what it is that you love most and use it to fuel your journey. The what and the why are not exclusive, but a profession privileges the known where purpose welcomes possibility. Knowing your why is like your tūranga waiwai. It gives you a place to stand in an ever-changing world. It helps you resist the temptation of doing an apprenticeship in the status quo and opens the opportunity of being a lifelong student of possibility, of hope, of human potential. Tying your gifts and your talents with purpose not only leads to a more successful career, but also a more significant one. In closing, I would evoke some tupuna wisdom from the late Tahimi Hinare of Ngāti Hine. Ko tawhiti ke tō haerenga mai, kia kore e haere tonu. He nui rawa o mahi, kia kore e mahi tonu. You have come too far not to go further. You have done too much not to do more. You are the most conscious generation this nation has ever raised. Embrace this as your unique superpower. COVID-19 has merely exposed the existing cracks in our society, growing inequality of income and opportunity, the importance of an ecosystem approach to health, and of course, the threat of climate change. Aotearoa doesn't have a monopoly on complex challenges, but our tiny nation at the bottom of the planet does have a significant asset, you. Our future needs to be spectacular. The promise of a better future requires transformation, not tinkering. So be your best, continue to grow, and never lose sight of what inspires you to be part of something greater than yourself and is about impacting others. I would finish with my favourite whakatauki. Ko te pai tawhiti whaia kia tata, ko te pai tata whakamaua kia tīna. Always seek distant horizons, but remember to cherish fondly those you attain. Enjoy what you have achieved today, but remember to remain open to the opportunities of tomorrow, and most importantly, never stop learning. Kia ora koutou katoa.
Dr. Iruera Prendergast Tarena, thank you very much for an inspiring address, for encouraging us to love learning, to pursue learning as a lifelong pursuit, and to follow our purpose in life. Our heartfelt appreciation. Please join me in thanking our speaker. Congratulations to all our graduates whose achievements we celebrate this afternoon. I invite everyone present to join me in showing our congratulations towards our graduates. With a qualification from the University of Canterbury, we are confident that you are well prepared for your future career path and that you will make a difference in our society. In recognizing your individual achievements, I also wish to acknowledge the contribution of those who have supported you throughout your studies, your whānau, friends, and of course your lecturers and the many university staff who have supported you very often quietly in the background. Graduates, I invite you to demonstrate your appreciation to those who have supported you throughout your journey. For those of you leaving the University of Canterbury, you will always be part of our community. We encourage you through our alumni office to stay in touch with us, and we look forward to seeing you at our future alumni events. At a time when the world seems more unpredictable than ever before, I remind you of the words of a well-known author. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. I urge you to respond to our Chancellor's challenge, to apply all you have learned during the time you have spent with us as a student, to contribute to making the world of tomorrow better than it is today. Our very best wishes to you and for your future. Ngā mihi nui. Tēnā koutou katoa. We have now come to the end of our formal proceedings. In a moment, I will invite us all to stand to sing Gaudeamus. The words can be found at the back of the program. To all our guests, whānau and friends, as a way of honoring the achievements of our graduates, I ask all of you to stand and to continue standing while the academic procession and the graduates leave this auditorium. Please do stand. Thank you. Kia ora.